Hey guys, AXL here, and I'm gonna go over our general war strategy. I know I've posted a ton of texts and stuff in the war command channel, but sometimes it's easier for you to watch a video than to read text. So, and there's also some stuff that I didn't mention in the text. So basically, our general strategy, just so that everyone is on the same page, is we want to find the barracks, the armory, the bridge, the med bay, and the reactor, and that's in order of importance. So barracks and armory are the most important rooms we want to find because obviously they are the global buffs, the strongest global buffs. Armory, global buffing the enemy's offense, and also barracks, obviously the enemy's defense. So we want to get rid of those two rooms as soon as we can. Barracks is slightly more important than armory just because it affects our sort of attacking, because once we nerf their defense, obviously all the rooms will become easier for us, and the sooner we get those down the better, and if we can get those down before the enemy, then it gives us a significant advantage. So after that, bridge, obviously, because it's the highest point value room, and then med bay is also a global buff for the enemy's defense, not as strong as barracks, which is why it's in the order that it is. And then reactor finally, because it is also a high point value room, but we may or may not hit reactor depending on the war. We don't always. So that is sort of the general strategy. Now the next thing I want to go over is boost order. So the generic rooms that we want to boost at the beginning of war would be the bridge, the armory, and the reactor. So these three rooms are the ones that we want to boost at the beginning of war. Now, if you're someone who usually doesn't log in all the time and you just log in for your attacks and you can be there during the beginning of war, then or you know, within the first like 2 hours or something, not maybe 1 hour, it would be nice if you can boost those rooms. And I say that because those who are normally on more, they can sort of save their boost and boost as needed, because depending on which side the enemy attacks, we might boost the barracks if they're attacking the right side, or the med bay if they're attacking the left side. Now barracks is obviously a very important room, like I've mentioned before, but if they don't end up attacking flight deck 3 on the right side and they attack flight deck 1, like the war we just had, they, you know, they're not going to get to barracks until much later, unless they, you know, decide to switch to flight deck 3 halfway through. But most of the time the enemy won't do that, because they'll see med bay and they'll want to finish med bay, and once they finish med bay, they're sort of all in on that side, and you know, it would be foolish to switch sides at that point, because they don't know where our barracks are, and nobody's gonna assume that the barracks is on level 2. So that's sort of the gist of it. Obviously, if you can, you know, sign in more frequently, you want to save your boosts, because not all of our strongest teams are at the beginning. For example, let's say Maori, I think that's how you pronounce your name, but he has his strongest team at the end. So if you're on at that time, you'd want to boost it, and obviously if they remove it, you'd want to try to boost it before, you know, someone attacks it. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of the boosting. So if you're on at the beginning of the war, boost the bridge and then the armory and then the reactor, in that order, or bridge, reactor, armory, but bridge first. And if you're someone who normally signs in less frequently, please try and boost those when you get on. If you see those, if they're not boosted, if they are boosted, then try to boost either one of the stronger teams, and by stronger teams I mean, let's say we want to boost everything that is 170,000 or more. If they're less than 170,000, we normally don't want to waste a boost on there, but you know, circumstances might change towards the end of war where we might boost a weaker team, but I would say during the first 75% of the war, we shouldn't boost any teams that are below 170. just because it's not really that worth it. You want to boost the stronger teams. All right, so that's the boosting. Now removing boost. Obviously, some of our members have more attacking power than others, and for those who typically have more energy than teams, meaning, you know, you've done 4 attacks and you're pretty much, you know, your next strongest team's like 50k or something. So those members, try your best to maybe remove a boost in the, I guess, lane that we're attacking, or the room that we're attacking specifically. You don't have to wait until other people request it. You can just remove the boost, and more than that, what you can do is you can bring a maybe slightly stronger team, maybe like you know, just bring 5 characters, I don't know, anywhere from 20k to 60k, and you can possibly get out some important abilities from the defending team. For example, let's say, I don't know, a Crossbones ulti or a Kingpin's ulti, where he gives everyone defense up and offense up, and let's say Magneto's ultimate is a big one, or Juggernaut's taunt. So if you're removing the boost from, let's say, the Brotherhood, you'd want to bring, obviously bring anything would get rid of Magneto's ulti because he attacks first, but Juggernaut attacks later, and what you want to do is maybe bring like 5 characters instead of just 1, and then just keep hitting Juggernaut to speed him up and get him to taunt, because that'll be a big help. And obviously, if you do that, try and either post it in game chat or on Discord, just to let the attackers know that you've removed certain abilities. So that would be really helpful to the team as well. So that is pretty much as far as removing boosts and removing abilities go. The next thing I want to go over is something I did mention in the text in the War Commands channel, but basically there are certain teams you really want to have on offense. I noticed some people have the Metabusters on defense. That's a team that you really want on offense because it's much more valuable on offense. You want to have your defenders on defense because they're not as useful on offense. Metabusters can take every single team, every single meta team, and hit a significant amount up from their CP. And even, you know, even with boost, I've seen like a, I don't know, like a 220k Metabusters team hit like 100k up with boost. So that's a very, very strong team to have on offense. And I noticed at least 1 or 2 of you that have it on defense. So you want to take that off defense unless you're one of the people that have everything on defense, in which case then I guess, actually I still think you should take it off defense. If you're one of the people who have everything on defense, and one of your defensive teams is Metabusters, take it out. Put something else in, put your next highest team in, but save that for offense, because that's too much of a valuable team to have on defense. Brotherhood is another one that can pretty much take every single team. The other team that can take almost every single team, or every single team that I've seen, is Power Armor, and I don't think any of us have that too far leveled up, but once that gets leveled up, that can also hit a significant amount above its weight class. So those 3 teams are very, very valuable offensive teams, so try to have them on offense. Now since if you do have Metabusters, that means that you're not using certain members of your Guardians, specifically the Drax and the Gamora, and a good place that I found to use Drax is with your Spider-Verse, replacing Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's not very useful. He doesn't have that much synergy with the Spider-Verse team, at least not as much as the other Spider-Verse. So I usually replace Spider-Man with Drax, and I found that is a strong enough team to hit at least 30, 40, 50k, I think is the highest I've gone against a Nick Fury shield team. So it also depends on the power, obviously, as well. But yeah, Spider-Verse is one of the teams that you can use against Nick Fury's shield, but again, you should have a tank with you because they are pretty squishy and they don't have a tank. So Drax would be a good place to use with Spider-Verse if you are using Metabusters and you're not using Drax with your Guardians. If you are, then try to bring another tank, or maybe a healer, but that doesn't really help that much either. But a tank is definitely needed with Spider-Verse unless your Spider-Verse is just very high. Teams on defense, obviously defenders. Guardians is also obviously a good team to have on defense if you don't have Metabusters. Again, I stress that. And for those of you who don't know what the Metabusters are, it is here. Actually, let me show you. Metabusters is basically 3 members of the Guardians team plus Vision and Minerva. So this here is the Metabusters, and this is a extremely strong team. Let me prove it. Let's see. Actually, hold on. Let me. How do I? Oh, yeah. I forget how to switch teams because I haven't done it in so long. But let me find a pretty high team, and there are none, of course. I guess I'll do it against this team, but I'd rather hit like a Brotherhood or a high defenders team. But I'll do this team. Alright, so where are they? I passed them. Okay, so basically the order that you want to attack for Metabusters, it does depend on the enemy. However, usually what I do is, even if you're going against the Brotherhood, you want to use Rocket's special first, because in this team, you don't have a tank, so you want to get the taunt on Groot first. So obviously, the most important person here to take out right now is Rocket. And there he goes, he's gone. And at this point, I usually do a blind. So I'll do a blind here. I'll blind Gamora. Okay, he's gonna do his thing here, and next thing I want to, I guess, Groot. I don't want him removing the negative effects. And then obviously you have the heal here from Minerva, getting everyone back up to full. CB's gonna use his kaboom, not really that big of a deal. Even if Groot had died, he would buff everyone and I can still revive him with Minerva. That's why this team is so strong. So at this point, because I used Star-Lord's special, I already have Rocket's ultimate, and then at this point it's pretty much game over. I'm gonna remove the CB's death proof there, and then they're pretty much just gonna die on their own. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants, but yeah, you can see I think this wasn't that much of a hit up. I think it was like 260k versus my 200, I don't know, like 10k or 20k. I forgot how. 210k. So yeah, it's not that. Maybe I'll attack this Brotherhood team. Ooh, right here. Let's see if I can beat this 293k defenders team. So that is a significant hit up. 80k, 83k. So let me see if I can beat them for you guys. I should have looked at their powers before I attacked. You always want to pay attention to the powers, see who's stronger. Alright. This loads any day now. I know I'm digressing, but just wanted to show you how powerful this team is and why I'm insisting that you guys put it on offense rather than defense. Alright, so most important person to kill is obviously him, although I like to kill him first. The reason why I like to kill Punisher first is because actually, you know what, yeah, kill. Do your first attack on him, and then what you want to do is blind him, blind Punisher. He's gonna heal, and then you want to use your ability block on Luke Cage so he doesn't do his defense up. That way you can get your Rocket's ult out before. Actually, I don't even need to heal. You can get your Rocket's ult out before Luke Cage does his defense up. And then I'm going to buff everyone again. And then he's going to do his thing. That's fine. Now comes the ultimate. Alright, everyone's very, very hurt now. And at this point, I want to kill him. I want to, let me see. I will try and get him offense down. Oh no, she's gonna clear. Okay, and then I'm gonna heal back up. Okay, they're gonna do their defense up. That's not a big deal. I'm gonna kill Punisher now. You can see how easy this is. I'm at freaking full health pretty much. I mean, this is like a walk in the park, and it's a 83k up, so you can see how powerful this is. I'm gonna clear all his buffs. Yeah, this is a walk. I'm at full health again. So yeah, this is an extremely strong team. Even if they manage to kill one of your key members, unless they kill Minerva, it's pretty much GG. If they kill Minerva, then there's a little bit to worry about, but other than that, it's pretty much GG. I do want to fight a Brotherhood team, but not one this low. And this one's not a legit Brotherhood because it has Minerva. Let's see if I can beat them. It's pretty much even. It's not a hit up. I'd rather hit a team that's much stronger than this to show you guys, but I just want to show you 3 of the top meta teams. Actually, I guess I didn't show you Nick Fury's shield, but trust me, it works against Nick Fury's shield just as well. Again, you're gonna ability block the Nick Fury, and in the beginning you don't want to bring anyone to half health before your vision gets off his ability block on Nick Fury, because you don't want him boosting everyone. Alright, so most important person to kill is actually Minerva. Usually it's Pyro, but since they replaced Mystique with Minerva, I'm gonna try and kill Minerva first. Obviously I'm not gonna hit her because I'm blinded, but again, remember what I said. Even if you're going up against the Brotherhood, even though you're wasting the attack, you want the taunt on Groot. So at this point I'm going to blind Pyro. And I'm going to, can't ability block, right, because I'm blind. Alright, so, okay, so at least Pyro's attack didn't go off. And at this point, I'm going to, should I? No, I'm going to save that. Okay, he's going to do his taunt thing. I'm going to do my buff. Oh no, he did that to Rocket. Alright, I'm not going to use his ultimate yet. I am going to use his ultimate. And then everyone's pretty much half dead at this point. Let me try and clear all of the buffs here. This is going to hurt. Okay, so... okay. So you can see at this point, I'm down. Who am I down? Oh, vision. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to heal first because that's more important. Oh, I'm not going to heal. Oh, wait, no. I didn't get the regens, but I did. Oh, they used their heal first. Damn it. Okay, let me see if I can still manage to beat them. So this is a little bit more difficult than a standard Brotherhood, just because they had Minerva as well. Minerva is just so strong. So I killed their Minerva. I'm going to bring Vision back. Unfortunately, I need Rocket back. Let's see if I can still pull this back. I'm gonna blind some folks. Who do I ability block here? I guess Nah, he's a long ways off. I'm gonna ability block him just so he doesn't get. I didn't count abilities, so I don't know where he's at with his. I'm gonna defense up everyone. Try to get Magneto down real quick. I should have probably blinded him instead. By him I mean, I forgot, Sabretooth. There we go. I didn't remember the name. Okay. I need to get Pyro down like ASAP, but I want to actually get this offense down on people. Alright, let's see if I can kill Pyro real quick. Oh god, he's getting some nice hits off me, on me. Let's see. Let's kill Sabretooth. Okay. Let's remove stuff. Okay, one person left. As long as he doesn't do his big move on me, I think I should be good. Let me see if I, of course he resisted. I'm gonna get death proof again on Minerva just because I don't want her to die, and I'm gonna try. Oh, resisted again. Damn, his resistance is so fucking high. I should have this in the bag, as long as he doesn't get that big attack on me where he kills everyone. Okay. So I barely still managed to beat them. It was very hard because they had Minerva, but usually in war people aren't putting Minerva with their Brotherhood team. So but you can see how powerful this team is. Ooh, speaking of shield, all right, one more shield. Let's see which team's harder. Probably the right one. Nah, this one's pretty hard too. This one's more annoying just because it has 2 healers, so I'm gonna go for this one. All right, so last one. This is pretty much all the meta teams now. All right, let's see. Come on. All right, here we go. All right, she used her invisibility. God damn, they hit hard. Wait, hold on. Why? Can I get a turn? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Who do I want to kill first? Kind of want to kill Operative because she's so annoying. And she's not dead, of course. Oh, because my thing was defense down. Alright, I'm gonna blind him. Hopefully, there we go. And I don't really need ability block, so I'm going to just. Okay, now I'm going to drain all of them. Get some health back. Okay, and come on, let me go. All right, I'm going to save this. Let's see who doesn't have defense up. Let me get rid of her. Okay, and hopefully we can remove some of their buffs. Good lord. So many counters. All right. Now, don't want to use his ultimate yet. Okay. Basic. Okay. Ult again. Now they're really low. Okay, I should have my blind soon. Okay, let me kill some people now. Let's kill her. Hopefully. Let's kill him. Okay, now it should be good game. I'm gonna Billy block her just so she doesn't get her big heal off. I'm gonna kill her actually. There we go. He's got his time. Okay, Assault died. Now it's GG. Get my defense up, and that should be game. So yeah, that's all the meta teams. I know the first team was sort of a hybrid Guardians team, but I assure you it works just as well on the actual Guardians. Okay, let's actually get rid of that slow, and operative should be dead here. Yeah, she's dead. Okay, so now it's just you, buddy. Just give up. Just give up. Alright, that's GG. And I ended up with almost full health again. So you can see how strong this team is. It's just ridiculously strong. So that is Metabusters. But anyway, enough digression. So those are sort of the teams that I think should be on offense. Metabusters, Brotherhood, and if you have them, the Spider-Verse are decent against Nick Fury's shield, and also the Power Armor team can also pretty much take on every single team. They will wreck a shield team because of all the buffs that they have. But anyway, the other things I wanted to mention is specific characters that you should have on offense. Now, obviously, with the Metabusters, you got Vision. Vision almost always should be on offense, unless he's super low. You know, anything like near 20k or over, I think he should be on offense. Doctor Strange can be also very useful, not as nearly as useful as Vision, but his ability can flip the buffs into negative effects. So during war, obviously, if someone's boosted or if they just have a shit ton of positive effects, like if they're in cargo bay or whatever, then Strange can be pretty useful. Mordo is useful just because he has a lot of control. He's got that 2-turn heal block and also the blind as well, and his basic also casts negative effects. Who else? Let's see. Black Widow is a good character to have, just because of her speed up, obviously, and her ultimate's also pretty strong with the stun, and if you get her chain off, that's a shit ton of bleeds. So those 4 characters, I'm probably missing a couple, but those 4 characters I think definitely should be on offense. Those are more along the lines of standalone characters where they can go on multiple teams, which is why I'm mentioning them. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, as far as tips go. Oh, one more tip, sorry. Obviously, everyone knows that you can quit in the middle of the battle to preserve your team and sacrifice an energy. However, what you also, another thing is, when you're removing boosts, I should have mentioned this earlier, is obviously you don't need to bring obviously all 5 members. You can bring 1, or you can bring 3, or you can bring 2, you know, any number you want. And if you're bringing 2 strong characters only, you want to space them apart. Like, for example, if I wanted to bring these 2 characters, you don't want to place them like this. It depends on the enemy, I guess. If they're chain attackers, you don't want to place them next to each other, so you want to split them apart. And to split them apart, you just basically put one person in the middle and just there, now they're split apart. And if you want to place 3 characters in, then let's say I want Quake, Thanos, and Black Panther. You know, just put 2 random characters in, put the Quake, the Black Panther, and the Thanos, remove the 2 that you don't want, and now you have your 3 characters, and they're spaced 1 space apart, so that chain and AoE attackers can't get every single one of them. So that is sort of a little tip in terms of placement. And now that's the last thing I wanted to mention. Okay, so hopefully you guys found some of this at least helpful. I'm sorry about that long digression. I just wanted to show the power of Metabusters. If you have it on defense, please move it to offense, and if you don't have the Metabusters leveled up, I would invest in them, definitely. So that sums it up. Hope you guys found it helpful, and I will see you guys next time.